HTC, the brand famous for putting the anachronistic Windows mobile platform on the map, launched the P3400 back in February of 2007. This phone was released as a mid-ranger with appropriate specifications. Let us embark on the journey to the past to see how this phone fared back then. Looking at the hardware first, we see that the front of the phone has a 2.8-inch TFT LCD resistive touchscreen. The viewing angle is restricted to certain degrees, but I assume that the display was large and mostly good for its time. At the bottom of the display, we have a total of 11 buttons, which help in navigating through the UI. These buttons are very tactile and fun to press. At the top of the display, we have the adequately loud earpiece, which also houses a couple of notification LEDs. On the left of the device, there is a volume rocker and a speaker grill. Coming over to the right of the device, we have a dedicated camera button and a dedicated voice commands button. On the top is a rather necessary SD card slot. On the left corner is a power button, which doubles as the sleep wake button, and on the right corner rests the stylus. The bottom of the phone houses the reset button, a microphone, and a mini USB port, which is used for charging, data syncing, and also for media consumption through headphones, as the 3.5mm audio jack is absent. Finally, on the back of the phone, there is a 2MP fixed focus camera, which is mediocre at best even by 2007 standards. The back cover houses the battery and a SIM card. The phone is thick at 17.6mm and weighs in at 126 grams. In my opinion, the thickness, along with the soft touch plastic with which the phone is built, aids the phone's feel in hand. The phone is very comfortable to hold. However, the soft touch plastic is prone to smudges and scratches, as is evident from the video. The battery of the device is rated at 1250 mAh, which offered a talk time of 5 hours and a standby time of 200 hours back when it was new. It was good for the time, but better options were certainly available. Now, let us delve into the software of the phone. As the phone is running on Windows mobile platform, we have a traditional Windows key used for summoning the start tray. The OS offers the whole suite of Microsoft Office applications, which is quite handy, along with other applications like a PDF reader, Google Maps, some games, and many more applications. The device handles these applications nicely with little to no lag, despite having a 201 MHz processor and only 64 MB of RAM. Typing on this device is tedious now, but at that time people were used to typing with the help of styluses. The keyboard feels cramped, and typing with bare hands is a nightmare. The phone also takes voice commands, however the commands are limited to basic stuff like reading SMS, emails, making phone calls, etc. This was pretty good for the time, but now we have moved on to much smarter virtual assistants. The camera on this phone was certainly not the best for the time. It offers a lot of modes to shoot pictures and videos in. It lacks details and the quality is also feeble. Take a look at some pictures and videos shot on this phone. The speaker is loud, but quality-wise, it is not the best. Take a look at it yourself. If you are planning to store a lot of media locally, then you will need an SD card because the internal storage is a mere 128 MB. However, if you want to stream media over the internet, then you will be disappointed because there is no 3G or Wi-Fi. On that note, it also lacks GPS. It does have Bluetooth, but transfer speeds are slow. In conclusion, HTC made a good phone in the form of the P3400 if you look past some of its shortcomings. For me, the lack of Wi-Fi and a serviceable camera are the major down points, but the performance outweighs the cons. After having used an HTC phone for over a decade now, I feel that HTC's continuous downfall is lacrimatory.